Your habits will either make you attractive or unattractive. And most of you already know what habits you should be doing. You're just doing them wrong. So today, please never start these 7 habits. Start with number 1, never wake up with an alarm. See, everyone believes you need to wake up with a loud alarm so you can hear it. But if you want to wake up feeling your best, you need to wake up with a quiet alarm. You see, a recent study from Virginia University found how waking up to an alarm impacted both blood pressure and stress levels. They hooked 2 groups up with machines. One woke up to a loud alarm, while the other group woke up naturally. The results show the group who woke up naturally had normal baseline levels of both blood pressure and stress. Meanwhile, the group that woke up to an alarm had a 74% increase in stress hormones and blood pressure. This is why you have PTSD every time that alarm sounds in the morning. So, if you want to start waking up early and wake up feeling great, I want you to adopt my method and wake up with a quiet alarm. First, you're going to go into your iPhone settings and change your ringtone to something that's softer and more relaxing. Next, you will set your alarm to crescendo mode. The music will start quietly when it goes off in the morning and gradually increase in volume. Studies indicate that this more naturally mimics your natural wake-up cycle. All right, so now you know the one thing that all of us are doing every day that's just ruining your day. Raising your stress hormones, raising your blood pressure. But by just making that simple change, you've already improved your life. Now just imagine how many more habits you're probably doing wrong that are impacting you. This exactly takes me to number 2. Never use acne cream on your pimple. When you get a pimple, you'll do one of 2 things. You'll either do nothing and try to ignore it, or you'll run to the store, buy some pimple cream, and apply it to the acne. Well, both approaches, they're completely wrong. And here's what you should do instead. First, grab your acne cream and apply it to your index finger. Instead of dabbing a small amount on the pimple, I want you to apply it on the pimple and the entire surrounding area. You see, according to the American Academy of Dermatology, placing a small amount just on the pimple might reduce its size, but it's not going to eliminate underlying bacteria. This means you'll likely get another pimple around the same spot again. So for example, if you have a pimple on your forehead, apply the acne cream on your entire forehead. If you have a pimple on your chin, cover the entire chin. And if it's on the cheek, cover the entire cheek. 3, never brush your teeth in the morning. You see, the typical morning routine for all men is you have breakfast, you brush your teeth, and then you head out the door. But this is what's causing your bad breath, and all you have to do is a simple switch. First, you need to stop brushing your teeth right after you eat. When you eat, you introduce acidity to your mouth, and it takes a while for it to go away. You brush your teeth right after eating. When your teeth and your gums are more sensitive, it will damage them, causing them to bleed and ultimately give you bad breath. So, according to research, you should wait about 30 minutes after eating before you start brushing your teeth again. But if you don't want to wait that long and you're in a rush and you want to bypass the acidity, I want you to take a small glass of water. I want you to swish it in your mouth for about 30 seconds, spit it out, and then start brushing your teeth. Do this and notice how you'll have fresh breath always. Number 4, never wash your face both in the morning and at night. You see, washing your face, it's crucial for perfect looking skin, only if you do it right. Because when you do it wrong, this is when you end up with worse skin, even though you think you're doing all the right steps. So, I'm gonna give you 5 common face washing mistakes every guy makes I want you to avoid. First, never wash your face with a bar of soap while you're in the shower. Sure, you think it's efficient, but regular bar soap, it is too harsh for your skin. They strip your natural oils, which leads you to having dry skin and ultimately give you acne. Instead, you need to buy a face wash that's designed for your face. The one that I use is from Geology. I've been using it for 3 years. I'm not changing it because it not only cleans my skin, it doesn't overly strip it, leaving my skin feeling clean while also still being hydrated. Second, never overwash your face as it's gonna strip natural oils and dry it. Even if you're using a good face wash like the one that I use from Geology, if you overuse it, you're gonna damage your skin as well. See, a lot of people try to wash their face twice a day and some even more than that. But dermatologists are now updating their views on this and they're stating that once a day is more than enough. The only time you wash twice a day is if you play sports or you go to the gym and you sweat a lot. Third, don't use the standard facial moisturizers you find in your local supermarket. These are almost always produced overseas with lower quality ingredients. These ingredients can lead to increased estrogen levels in men, making you fatter, more emotional, and causing acne breakout. Instead, go for a high quality moisturizer that again is designed for your face. If you wanted to keep it simple, I always recommend Geology. And the reason I do is because for us men, I don't want you to have to go to the store and try to figure out which one's the right one for you. Bro, keep it straightforward, keep it easy. With Geology, you get great products that are award-winning by multiple publications, delivered right to your door. don't even think about it. This is why they're the brand that I've been using for the last 3 years in my own routine, because I don't want to have to worry about which is the right brand for me. On top of that, the daily moisturizer I use already has a built-in sunscreen protection, which is exactly what you should look for, because you not only are trying to hydrate your skin, you're trying to protect it from the sun. Fourth, never use hot water. Yes, it's going to open your pores, but it's also going to cause skin damage. Instead, you want lukewarm water that's around 98 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit or 36 to 40 degrees Celsius. Now, the easiest way to do this is that when you open the water, I want you to take the temperature of that water and then mark it with a marker. Every time you use your sink, you know exactly where you need to open the water so you end up on the right temperature. And number 5, don't buy into the hype of crazy expensive products. Look, a lot of them can be good, but for most of you, you just need the basics, which are the inexpensive ones. And if you want to keep it straightforward, I recommend Geology. It's also the most affordable. As a matter of fact, if you click the link down below right now, you can take an online skin quiz. They'll tell you exactly what you need for your skin problems, whether that's dryness, irritation, or acne. And then with my code, you get 70% off on your first month. That is an absolute steal. And now you can see what great products feel like that don't break the bank. If you guys want to check out Geology, it'll be linked down below. Number 5, never drink caffeine as soon as you wake up.
Caffeine just make you feel like you're not tired?
Everyone's experienced this before, right? You take the caffeine and automatically you experience a crash afterwards.
And there's actually a trick to avoid the afternoon crash. It's not a trick, it's biology. But caffeine is an adenosine antagonist.
That's the thing. If you don't know how to actually consume caffeine, that's why you feel that way.
As the longer you're awake, adenosine builds up in your bloodstream. It's what makes you feel fatigued. Caffeine essentially blocks the adenosine receptor, but then when caffeine wears off, the adenosine that's still around binds to that receptor and you crash. You feel really sleepy.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, when you don't understand what's actually happening inside, you don't realize that it's what's causing you to feel drowsy.
One thing that you can do is when you wake up in the morning, don't ingest caffeine for the first 90 minutes or so.
That easy. Just don't take coffee in the morning. Wait 90 minutes. That's all you have to do. The first time I realized this, I wanted to test it on myself. And as a matter of fact, I want you to run the same test that I did. All I want you to do is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, don't take any coffee the first 90 minutes of the day and then drink coffee. Then on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, drink coffee as soon as you wake up like you normally do. But I want you to document what happens around 2 to 3 in the afternoon. Notice that on the days that you delay drinking coffee, you're gonna feel just fine. Whereas on the other days, when you drink coffee early, you're gonna feel drowsy and crash. Once you run this personal study yourself, you'll understand why you'll never drink coffee again in the morning. Number 6, don't sleep for 8 hours. Everyone always tells you you need 8 hours of sleep, but this doesn't work because not everyone is the same. What I'm gonna do is show you how many hours you actually need based on your age. And no, not just my opinion, this is all backed by science. If you are 14 years old, you need an average of 9 to 12 hours of sleep. You do this, you're gonna increase HGH and grow as big as possible. If you're 18 to 25 years old, you only need between 7 to 9 hours of sleep, but you can go as low as 6 hours. Now, if you're 26 to 64 years old, you only need between 6 and 8 hours of sleep, and you should never sleep more than 10. Now, by this point, you're already starting to use a soft alarm to wake up better. You're applying acne cream properly to get rid of acne, brushing your teeth correctly to have fresh breath, washing your face correctly to have clear skin, not drinking coffee in the morning, and not sleeping a total of 8 hours. And all of a sudden, you're gonna start feeling better and looking better. But there is still one more habit I never want you to start in your life. Number 7, never worry about these 3 things. See, according to psychologists, about 85% of the things that you worry about will never actually happen, which means you're wasting a ton of energy. So to truly be happy as a man, you need to stop worrying about these 3 things. First, stop regretting the past. Whether it was the time you embarrassed yourself in front of a girl or said something weird in front of your friends, no one cares. You can learn from it, sure, but ultimately you can't change it, so stop worrying about it. Second, stop worrying about the future. So many people, including myself when I was younger, used to think, oh, I'm gonna be happy when I make all the money or when I get the girl. But once you have all that, you end up thinking about what's the next thing you want. This doesn't mean you shouldn't have goals, but you should stop putting your happiness until you've reached some sort of mythical standard in the future. And third, stop seeking validations from others. Whether it's on social media or in person, the world doesn't care about what you're doing, whether you do this or that. So just do what you want. I promise you, if you stop doing this and the other 6 things I showed you in this video, you're gonna be happier and look way better.